this is you in it. Okay. What do you do for a living? You from around here? You been on holiday recently? Have you seen anything good things on Netflix? Okay. Yeah, what TV shows you watching? Okay. You got any brothers and sisters? Okay. Oh, you do. Oh, I've got a brother as well. We have that in common, bro. This is why you have nothing to say, okay? And sorry if I offend you, but no one gives a fuck about your life. They only care about themselves, okay? So by you taking the focus away from you and putting it on the other person, gaining a genuine interest in their life, and the key word in that sentence is genuine interest. Now, all of a sudden, you have a plethora of things to say. For example, I was at my uncle's 50th birthday party, right? And one of his like old friends came along as well. And he was at the bar and talking to I think one of my aunts or something like that. But I could tell the conversation wasn't going anywhere. And then they just like, all right, you talk like, oh, okay, yeah, you from around here? Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, what'd you do? Okay, yeah, okay. All right, well, anyway, have a good night. I'll see you later. So it's like that kind of vibe, right? And I didn't go in like with the intention of like doing this, but I just like stood there next to get a drink at the bar, and we just got talking and discovered a little bit about him. And all of a sudden, I was like, yeah, let me put the attention onto him and interest onto him to see what he's like, what's bubbling in him, right? And so we got talking. What do you do? Blah, 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 just like the surface level stuff. And then he mentioned like he used to be a pilot, right? I can't remember what I asked. He mentioned he used to be a pilot. And then boom, from there, that lit up a spark in me to be like, yeah, like, I mean, one day I would like to perhaps get my pilot's license so I can fly like small aircrafts around and just enjoy that feeling of flying, right? So I was like, okay, this is now a topic of interest I can get like some understanding in and like learn about, right? So I asked him all about it, and we were getting in depth into piloting and planes and stuff like that, right? And then we're talking about Eurofighter Typhoon, which is something that I was fortunate enough to sit in when I was younger and like hear and see loads of them fly past. So now we've got something in common, right? And all of a sudden it's come away from me. The focus is not on me anymore, it's on him. And I guarantee I walked away from that event, and had he had that conversation with anyone else, I'm pretty sure he probably didn't, because it came up in a unique way. He would remember me out of that entire event because we've had an in-depth conversation about something he is passionate about. And he's probably coming away thinking, that handsome brother is so intelligent, so cool, so charismatic, so lovely deep down as a man. And it's true, I am all of these things, you see. I'm sure you understand. But he came away with a good impression because I was interested in him. Whereas what most people do is, oh, okay, what are you up to? Oh, what are you up to these days? Oh, you see anything interesting these days? Like, this is all like level 1 type conversations. And level 1 type conversations has its place. It has its place for small talk purposes, for establishing some kind of rapport, some kind of like, it's not a vibe, but it's just like establishing some kind of connection with a person. So like, oh yeah, I do have a Netflix account as well. Oh yeah, I have this job. Oh, it's similar to your job. Okay, cool. Location, geography, etc. It's cool. But the next level of questioning down is like more an emotional based question. So like, oh, what keeps you up at night? What are you interested in? What type of hobbies do you have? What type of thing are you working on that's outside of your work? What's your happiest moment? What's your most regretful moment? What's the thing that you fear the most? What is the thing that you're so passionate about that you never told? What's your best? What's your secret? What's the thing I'm trying to say? What's your deepest, darkest secret that you wouldn't tell anyone, but I'm a stranger, you could tell me, right? All these different things you can ask to evoke a emotional response of that person. And now the conversation's 10 times more juicier. No one gives a fuck about what shows you've been watching. Oh, you watched that show? Oh, I'll watch it too. Oh yeah, man, it was a good show. What other shows you got? That's what most people talk about. It's bullshit. There's no substance there. They can't gain anything. Instead, if you ask something of depth, you create a connection with that other person, you understand something about their life. Now you walk away from that situation, they love you, you are more intrigued about them. When they see you next, like, Jay, how's it going? Oh yeah, great conversation last time. Oh, they probably won't say that, but they'll be like, oh, how's it going? Now you can talk about more other things, but you're on a more of a vibey type of level. And then when you do chat about that thing again, you can bring it up like nothing happened, because it's just like, this is something you both know that you're both interested in talking about. And then boom, you have more things to say. And then that is basically the crux of how relationships are built anyway. So like, all relationships, your girl, your boyfriend or girlfriend, or your husband or your wife, it all started from like you chit-chatting, social, like the small talk. And then you got into the slightly deeper stuff, and then like you realize you connected on core values, or like core like things to do. You like you like this artist, so you like going to their concert, and then boom, you've created emotional connections there. You go to the concert together, you lips, and you smash afterwards, and then you're like, okay, marry this girl. You know, that's how like that's how most people like get on, right? So it's all done on an emotional basis. So you can use that same formula for just more like friendship based relationships, or like relationships where you just like with your family, with your friends, if you want to build deeper connection with business contacts, etc. You find that deeper emotional common ground by asking slightly uncomfortable, but if done in a right way, endearing questions. So you could ask, oh, you know what, I was asking this question earlier to someone else, right? And you just, after the small talk, what is your deepest, darkest secret that you wouldn't tell anyone else? But obviously, I'm a stranger, you could tell me, right? So you say it with a little bit of wit, say it with a bit of charisma. They will open up to you and be like, you know what, all right, this guy's cool, let me just tell him. And then boom, you've got something that you can say. And then you have to share your thing, obviously. You can't just be like, oh, okay, nice one, see you later, I'm gonna tell these people now. Nah, you tell your thing as well. So you both become vulnerable. Like, oh, okay, that's interesting. All right, I'm gonna stick around, I'll find you later, I'll tell you something else as well, or whatever, you know what I mean? So that is how you never run out of anything to say. That is how you keep the conversation juicy, spicy, interesting, focused on that other person. And then relationships can be made. Anyway, I hope that helps. I'll catch you in the next video.